And welcome back to Hawk Talk. Jeff Dooley joined by Hawks freshman guard Briggs McClain. And Briggs, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm a freshman guard from Martinsburg, West Virginia, located on the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, border Maryland. Um, so yeah,
When did you start playing basketball, Briggs?
I started playing basketball for as long as I can remember. Mom and dad always showed me pictures of when I was like 2 years old, always had a basketball in my hand. So, but I wouldn't say I really took it serious till I was about eighth grade, and that's when I really started trying to go to college for it.
As a kid, is there a player that you modeled yourself after or thought you at least like to be like at some point?
So I fell in love with the game after watching Dwayne Wade.
Okay.
But I watched a lot of Mono Ginobili, and that's how I kind of stopped my game after right now. I think I've being a left-handed guard, um, not being the most athletic guy. There's definitely Mono Ginobili, so I kind of modeled my game after him.
Who was it that saw you play that said, you know what, you've got a chance to maybe play at college at some point?
Um, I'll say it's my dad. My dad was the first to say that.
Okay.
You can do anything you put your mind to. He's like, that's really what you're gonna do. I believe you can. But then I'd probably say it was so I went to school at Hedgesville my freshman year, and uh, a coach from a prep school team in Maryland, he saw me, and he called me after the game and was like, "Hey, we think you really got a lot of potential to play at the next level. We'd like you to come here, and we get a lot of exposure." So he's probably the first guy that really showed interest in me and believed in me. So yeah.
Did that really help you think playing for him?
Oh yes, sir. Because West Virginia is not a very highly recruited spot. So being in Maryland and the conference we played in was a very top level conference in the nation. Play against a lot of players, a lot of exposure. So I definitely believe that helped me a lot.
Briggs, what was it like going from and playing, for that team and, in high school of West Virginia to making the transition to a Division I college program where, you guys are matched up against some really good teams?
It's a lot different. Definitely the speed of the game is a big difference, and then definitely the athleticism and the strength of guys. It it's just, it's no one will really see the difference level until you're out there playing. Like you watch it on TV, it's like just basketball, but then when you're out there, it's like sheesh. It's a lot different. It's a lot
A lot
different.
of practice too. I know you guys go at it pretty good.
Oh yes, sir, for sure. But it prepares us.
It does, yeah. How about on the defensive side of things?
Got so you're talking about what the difference
Yeah,
is?
the difference. Yeah, because a lot of kids tell me, in high school, everyone averaged 20 plus points per game. But now you get to college and all of a sudden you need to play defense, or guess what? You don't get out there.
Oh yeah, defense is definitely a big thing. Some and even in high school where I played at, if you couldn't guard, you're not gonna play. Doesn't matter if you can score or not, because if you score and you get scored on, it's not really doing anything. So defense is definitely, if you can't play defense, then it's hard to find minutes on the court.
Briggs, what are some of the things you like to do when you're not at the basketball court?
You're talking right now, at school
Yeah, or just in general.
in general. I like to play video games with my friends, and then I like to go fishing.
Cool. What games do you play in the video?
Fortnite. I love Fortnite.
Fortnite guy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What would you say so far? And again, it's early. You've just arrived on campus recently, but what would you say is the biggest thing that you've learned so far, being with this men's basketball program?
Biggest thing I've learned. Um, Probably just keep grinding. Especially at a time like this, it's different. No one's ever seen it. Right as of right now, you're isolated from everyone. It's just us. But you got school. You got to stay on top of a lot of free time. So a lot of that free time, you feel you don't really feel like doing anything. You just feel like sitting in your bed, not doing much unless you got practice or schoolwork. So basically, just stay on top of your things. Keep working. Not falling behind, and just staying on top of things.
As you mentioned, Briggs, we are going through kind of a weird time right now, almost like the Twilight Zone, so to speak. Personally, what's been the biggest challenge for you?
Probably be away from my family.
Yeah,
Being in high school, I've always grown up with my family there.
sure.
So I feel freshman year, it could be a lot of times kids want to go home a lot, but probably being away from my family, I talk to them every day and just see how they're doing, talk to them a little bit. So that's probably the biggest. That's probably the biggest thing. Just being away
And
from them.
lastly, before we let you run, what would you say is your goal this year?
My goal, personal standpoint or team standpoint.
How about one of each, personal and a team goal?
Um, Personal, just to soak everything in. Freshman, I'm just gonna try to do what I can, help the team, just enjoy the experience. Like COVID, knowing I'll be one of the first guys to ever do this, so just soak it in.
Right.
And then team, definitely win an America East Championship and go to the NCAA tournament.
All right. Great stuff. Appreciate the time and best of luck this season in your career here at
Thank you.
Hartford.
Appreciate it.